So, hello everyone, my name is Videlia Adelin. I'm from Management International, batch 2022. Today I'm gonna explain to you about Jaya Rental Abadi General Journal. It's already in here. So, we're gonna explain to you about the transaction, what we did, what Jaya Rental Abadi did on August. So, on 1st August, there were 4 transactions. The first one is deposit to BCA for 5,000 as business capital. And cash in BCA goes to debit for 5,000 and Mr. Jaya Capital goes to credit for 5,000. And then the second transaction is pay office rent for August, only 3,200. So the rent building expense goes to debit for 3,200, and then the cash goes to credit for 3,200 because we pay the rent with cash. So yeah, that's why the cash goes to credit. And then the third transaction, rent car to Mr. Santoso and get 9,000 expense for 3 months, period from 1st August to 31st October 2022. So the expense goes to debit. So the expense, rent car expense to Mr. Santos goes to debit for 9,000 and cash goes to credit. And the cash goes to credit. Yes. For pay the rent with the cash. And on 2 August, received rent bill from last month, 1,200. The cash goes to debit for 1,200 and account receivable goes to credit for 1,200. And on 3rd August, there were 2 transactions. The first one is receive prepaid payment of car rental from Majumudar store, period August and September for 8,000. Our cash increased, so we entered the cash into a debit for 8,000. And the second transaction is pay off debt of equipment in July for 500. So our account payable business goes to debit for 5,000 and our cash goes to credit because we spent it for account payable business. And on 4th August, we fill up gasoline for our cars for 1,320 and buy some operational stuff such as mineral water, tissue, and other for 280. The gasoline expense and equipment expense goes to debit for 1,320 and 280. And then cash goes to credit for 1,600 from calculating the expense of gasoline and equipment. And on 5th August, purchase credit office equipment and furniture for 10,000. The office equipment goes to debit for 10,000 and for account payable business, it goes to credit for 10,000. On 8th August, pay for brochure for 360. So the first advertisement expense goes to debit for So the advertisement expense goes to debit for 360 and cash goes to credit for 360 because we spent it on brochure. And then On 11 August, deposit BCA cash income for daily current service 1st to 10th August 2000 12,500. So the cash in BCA increased. That means the cash in BCA goes to debit for 12,500, and for daily car rental as daily rent income goes to credit for 12,500. On 12 August, receive monthly cash payment for car rental services 3,000 period from 1st to 31st August 2022. So if we receive monthly cash payment for the car rental, then cash increases. That means cash goes to debit for 3,000, and the monthly rent income goes to credit for 3,000. On 13th August, pay for the rental of 2 cars entrusted by Mr. Rahmat for 5,000. So the rent car expense goes to debit for 5,000, and our car goes to credit for 5,000. Sorry about that. And on 15th August, pay us as a part-time accountant for 1,200 for the period 1st to 15th August. So the salary expense goes to debit and the cash goes to credit for 1,200. And then on 18th August, fill up gasoline for daily car rental 650, yes. So it's basically the same as before. On 4 August, gasoline expense goes to debit for 650 and cash goes to credit for 6,050. And then on 21st August, purchase on credit supplies for car cleaning and office stationery for 750. So the equipment expense goes to debit for 750 and account payable business goes to credit. On 22nd August, pay advertising fee for publication from 24 to 20 August 1,600. So for the advertising fee for publication goes to debit. We call it advertisement expense. So it's for 1,600. And cash goes to credit for 1,600 because we pay it with cash. On 23rd August, receive a down payment of 1,500 for daily car rental for 5 days. Period from 25th to 29th August. So the total agreed rental price is 2,500. The remaining bill will be paid in September. So we receive a down payment for 1,500. We put it as cash, and then the rest of the rental price we input it as an account receivable for 1,000. Part of this goes to debit, and then the prepaid income goes to credit for 2,500. And then on 27th August, pay the August phone bill of on 27th August, pay the phone bill for August only. it's 620. So the phone bill expense goes to debit for 620 and cash goes to credit for 620. On the 28th August, purchase daily rental car gasoline 1,200 and refill drinking water for office 100. So it's basically the same as before on 4th August. The gasoline expense and office equipment consumable goes to debit for 1,200 and 100. And then cash goes to credit for 1,300 from calculating the expense of gasoline and office equipment consumable. On 13th August, there were two transactions. Receive an upfront payment of 6,000 for the monthly car rental to be used in September. Cash goes to debit for 6,000 and prepaid income goes to credit for 6,000. And pay the August driver salary of 3,000 and the part-time accountant salary for 1,200. So the salary expense goes to debit for 1,200 and cash goes to credit for 1,200 because we pay the driver salaries using our cash. And last, on 31st August, there were 4 transactions. The first transaction is deposit to BCA cash income of car rental service from 1st to 30 August 5,600. Cash in BCA goes to debit for 5,600 and monthly income goes to credit for 5,600. The second one is pay the cost of routine car service of 1,800. The car service expense goes to debit for 1,800 and cash goes to credit for 1,800. The third transaction, withdraw cash from BCA from Mr. Jaya's need is 200. So Mr. Jaya's price goes to debit for 2,000 and the cash goes to credit. And the last transaction that we do on that Jaya car rental Abadi do on August is pay bank loan installments to buy a car. August payment consists of principal installment of 2015 and interest expense for 1,060. So we split it into two bank loans and interest expense. The bank loans is 2,500 and interest expense is 1,600. Both of this goes to debit and credit. And for credit, we input cash for 4,100 from calculating the bank loan and interest expense. That's it. Oh yeah, for the total, I forgot how you say it. It's 9,000. It's 91,680. Okay, the total is that 91,680, and it's balance. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you very much.